dream. Is KAT HASTY. For those of y'all in the back, I am from West Texas. My dad was in the oil field for 40 years. Do we have any West Texans here? Woo! Awesome. Where are y'all from? Okay. Wait, who's over here is West Texas? All right. Well, I am from Midland. I grew up around Sterling City and Midland, and my dad was oil field for 40 years. And I started playing music, started going up to Nashville, and started meeting people that, us Texans have a real strong ideas about what kind of music should be played, you know what I mean? And when I started going up to Nashville and they started telling me what I should write about and who I should be and all of those kinds of things, I realized that we were a little bit different. And us oil fielders, march to the beat of our own drum. Probably a lot of us Texans in general do. You can't really tell us to do anything. And I wrote a song about how the music industry and the oil field business are a little bit different. This one's called The Family Business. I grew up in the back of a 92 Ford. Daddy had cars on lawns since the day I was born. sure got poor man ways. That piece of trash and that'll be all the rage. Never got much love, but I learned how to live. Ain't afraid to swing a hammer like my daddy did. Always buy cheap and I always drive fast. I'll never swing first, but I'll always swing last. So if I'm mean, I get it from my mama. If I'm green, I'll just call my old man. I got these strings and a little marijuana. I was raised on the border of the northern Chihuahua. Hard living like they did it. I'm still learning how to fit in with the folks around here sitting talking about the business, 'cause this ain't the business we're in. This ain't the business we're in. And I grew up in a house where the ground caved in, crude goes out and the rich man wins. Body round here got a pass a little checker, and all my exes look like they got a record. Whoops. So if I'm mean, I get it from my mama. If I'm green, I just call my old man. I got these strings and a little marijuana. I was raised on the border of the northern Chihuahua. Hard living like they did it. I'm still learning how to fit in with the folks around here sitting talking about the business, 'cause this ain't the business we're in. This ain't the business we're in. And I wish I was just a little more Nashville. Put me in a little skirt, put me on a big bill. Wish I had little money in the bank. Wish I had little weight to my name. I was born with my daddy's pride, but I look like my mama, so they let it slide. You gotta say much when you look real nice, but I got my mama crazy side. So if I'm mean, I get it from my mama. If I'm green, I'll just call my old man. Got these strings and a little marijuana. I was raised on the border of the northern Chihuahua. It's hard living, but I did it. I'm still learning how to fit in with the folks around here sitting talking about the business, 'cause this ain't the business we're in. This ain't the business we're in. This ain't the business we're in. All right. Thank y'all so much. This is a new song I wrote about finally getting out of my hometown and leaving a man that I should have left long, long ago. This one's called See You Around. Baby, I'm in California, I'm doing fine. I have to warn you, 'cause I know it hurts to see that I'm alright. I wish that you could meet my band, travel the world in a caravan, and maybe one day see me dressed in white. I know that there's a life without you, caviar and leather couches, but I wish there was a life where you were mine. So I'll think of you on my way, I'll carry you to Monterey. Wish that you were laughing in the crowd. I'll think of you on my way, I'll carry you to Santa Fe. 'Cause cowboys can't just up and leave this town. See you around. See you around. Look for you in every man I kiss. My heart's right where you left it, and I don't seem to use it anymore. It's sitting by your riverside, full of all the tears I've cried, wishing you would have walked right through that door. I know that there's a life without you, caviar and leather couches, but I wish there was a life where you were mine. So I'll think of you on my way, I'll carry you to Monterey. Wish that you were laughing in the crowd. I'll think of you on my way, I'll carry you to Santa Fe. Cowboys can't just up and leave this town. See you around. much of what you said you meant. 'Cause I can't seem to find a good reason. The drunks say the dirt stay right where you leave them, but you never had much common sense. I don't date a lot of men with common sense, so I'll think of you on my way out, carrying the mud rain. Wish that you were laughing in the crowd. I'll think of you on my way out, carrying this Santa Fe. These cowboys can't just up and leave this town. See you around. See you around. See you around, around. See you around, around. Thank you so much. We've got a couple new songs for y'all. I wrote a new EP. You know, you will soon find out I really do not date men with a lot of common sense. I know. I can imagine that's why you're all here. This next song, I started seeing this guy a couple years ago. I thought he was the love of my life. And, you know, the thing about him is he never really did resemble a loving boyfriend. He resembled more of like a possum that lived in my trash and drank all of my alcohol and didn't have a job and sometimes slept on my couch. And he was just a little rodent that wouldn't go away. And against all odds, I truly believed that I could make... Oh, my God, we're live streaming this. Shout out if you're seeing this. My personal possum. I hope you're watching. No, I against all odds, even though rodents aren't capable of real human love, I truly believed I could make this man fall in love with me and be a good man and be the man that I wanted him to be. And I wrote this EP about that. This one's called I'm Gonna Make You Fall in Love with Me. Talk, we won't talk. next one is the title track of our new EP, and I wrote this song. You know, some people say, why would you waste so much time on him, right? As many of your friends have probably told you. And the thing about falling in love with an idiot is that a lot of the time it's really fun. You know, idiots have the most fun. We did a lot of fun stuff. We laughed a lot. We had the same humor, and we went out and we did fun stuff, and we liked all the same dumb stuff. So I wrote this song for him, and it's about the happy times. It's called Howlin' at the Moon. We're howling at the moon like lovers do. Take away my blues. It's me and you and a guitar too. Honey, we'll make do. Just howling at the moon. Tell me, do you like cigarettes? Do you like chords? I can count on you to sleep on the floor. On the way out west, and my head's a mess. 'Cause we got problems, but we're drinking instead. We're just howling at the moon like lovers do. Take away my blues. It's me and you and a guitar too. Honey, we'll make do. Just howling at the moon. Tell me, do you like money? 'Cause I ain't got none. I've been spending my life just having fun. Do you like this town? 'Cause I wanna leave. You know, the folks round here ain't like you and me. We're just howling at the moon like lovers do. Take away my blues. It's me and you and a guitar too. Honey, we'll make do. Just howling at the moon. When I die, I hope I'll be forgotten. 'Cause I'm as thick a dust man for rotten. And when I die, I'm gonna call your name. And if you ain't half drunk, will you come my way? We'll be howling at the moon like lovers do. Take away my blues. It's me and you and a guitar too. Honey, we'll make do. Just howling at the moon. Just howling at the moon. Just howling at the moon. Thank you so much. All right. I wrote this next song about my very best friend in the world. We've been best friends since we were 18 years old, and we were a little bit more lost in life when we were that young. You know, we were just figuring things out, and we both worked $7.50 an hour jobs. She went to Angelo State University, 7-year senior, graduated, so go Lori. But back then, we were just having a lot of fun, and we were pretty irresponsible, and we were spending about half of our $7.50 an hour paychecks on scratch-off lottery tickets. We were addicted to scratch-off lottery tickets, and the crazy thing about it is that we never, ever won. Like, we were truly a statistical anomaly against scratch-off lottery tickets. And one time, we were sitting in her truck, and I was in the passenger seat, and there was a mound. Here's the console. Here is our mound of scratch-off lottery tickets. And I'm looking over this mound of scratch-off lottery tickets, and she looks at me with sadness in her eyes, and she says, you know, we are probably never, ever going to win, but you're the best friend that I've ever had, and if I ever win a dime, you get half of everything I've got. And I wrote her a song. It's called You Get Half. 21 $on a lottery ticket. satisfaction. That's my idea of a Wednesday afternoon. Not sure how I got this far, riding on pure luck in this old guitar, coasting down the highway, broken out of tune. Well, you came along, you helped me sing this song, you helped me figure out I wasn't living all wrong. Mess I'm in makes a little more sense with you. So if I win $10,000, then you get half. And if tomorrow's the day I disappear, I say you'll be the first thing that I pay. If we ever get caught doing something we should not, I'll be the first one to have your back. If I win $10,000, you get half. I still remember when we met in June. You said if I jumped the fence, then you would too. That night on, it was always me and you. Summer taking shots in black bikini tops, stole a couple golf carts to outrun the cops. I'm full of bad ideas, and so are you. Say once in your life you find a friend like mine. You take the snakes and the fakes and you leave me behind. Don't need a whole crew, you need one like mine. So if I win $10,000, then you get half. Tomorrow's the day I disappear, I say you'll be the first thing that I pay. If we ever get caught doing something we should not, I'll be the first one to have your back. If I win $10,000, you get half. Have to buy a trailer, park it right by mine. We'll sit outside and we'll drink our wine, looking for some man that we can marry one day. But I ain't ever met nobody who could. Hey, no, I have not. So if I win $10,000, then you get half. Tomorrow's the day I disappear, I say you'll be the first thing that I pay. If we ever get caught doing something we should not, I'll be the first one to have your back. If I win $10,000, you get half. If I win $10,000, you get half. If I win $10,000, you get half. Thank you so much. We're gonna play a cover. I started writing songs when I was a little girl, and that's all I ever wanted to do. It was kind of like a natural thing to me. It was more of just, coping with life and dealing with whatever was going on through my childhood. And there was one person that really, really inspired me to get on stage and start touring around, and I think that she's the greatest country artist of our generation, and that's Miss Miranda Lambert. And we're going to play y'all one of her songs. It's If I Was a Cowboy. Riding off in the sunset, blue eyes under my setting. Met a lady on the front porch, wishing my heart would start settling. Big iron hips with the holsters, they be looking mighty fine. Thank y'all so much. I wrote this next song. I love Idaho, Montana. I love the, what is that? The North, never eat sour watermelon. The Northwest. I love the Northwest. And we went up there a couple years ago and we played a festival up in Filer, Jesus Christ, in Filer, Idaho. And I met a very tall man there, and he had long hair, and he played guitar, and he was very cute, and he was very charming, and he was very talented. And I knew him for about 20 minutes, so I went back home, and I wrote a song about us getting married and having children. And it's on the new record. It's called Idaho. Meet a long-haired hippie with a couple tattoos. Make me a mama in the afternoons. Stay out late, but he used to, till he found him a woman he didn't want to lose. Now he's tall and gentle, but he used to fight. Make sure the boys downtown are alright. Don't see him much, but we do sometimes. And everybody says that he's cleaned up nice. Living slow in Idaho. Living slow in Idaho. He's shoveling snow in a long December. Keeps the driveway clear every winter. Says I'm worth all hard work he puts in. Writing songs and raising babies, drinking coffee with the neighborhood ladies. He says there ain't no better life we could have lived. Living slow in Idaho. Living slow in Idaho. Now I'm a believer in God's great timing. I'm a believer what I need will find me. I'm a believer that I'll die old one day. Hand in hand with a simple man, all my dreams come true in the end. Kids are grown and out of my hair, and we're laughing about how we got there. It's simple. It's 4 words. Y'all gonna sing it with me? All right. Living slow in Idaho. Living slow in Idaho. Living slow in Idaho. Living slow in Idaho. Thank y'all so much. Y'all care if we play a couple sad songs? Oh, yes. I love people who love sad country music. Okay. I wrote this song once again. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming. Thank you for standing on the rail. It makes me feel like I'm here with y'all, and I like hearing y'all sing along and cheer. So thank you. I wrote this song a couple years back, and I like to use this song as a reminder that I wouldn't have put myself in this situation if I knew what I knew today. I was in a bad relationship like several years ago when I was very young, and I left that relationship because he didn't treat me very good. And when I listen to this song, it just reminds me that I've grown a lot and I've healed a lot, and I wouldn't let someone treat me like that today. And I hope that any of you who have listened to the song or streamed it or felt that way have grown, and you find someone who loves you and treats you right. This one's called Bleed For You. I should have been long gone. I could outrun the sun, I could outrun any man. Baby, when you call my name, I don't stand a chance. And it's been years, and it's been miles, and it's been hell. But I would rather bleed for you than love somebody else. It's been a lot of crash and burn, it's been a lot of sleepless nights. But I learned long ago, real love's a lot of sacrifice. And I could be happy and know love doesn't have to be so hard. But tell me who else can love me, for the skeletons are buried in my backyard. I could outrun the sun, I could outrun any man. Baby, when you call my name, I don't stand a chance. And it's been years, and it's been miles, and it's been hell. I would rather bleed for you than love somebody else. Terrified if I go 10 years down the road, I hear a knock at my door, and I'll come running like I did before. So wreck my heart and kill me slow. Take me with you when you go. I could outrun the sun, I could outrun any man. Baby, when you call my name, I don't stand a chance. And it's been years, and it's been miles, and it's been hell. I would rather bleed for you than love somebody else. I would rather bleed for you than love somebody else. Thank you so much. I realized a couple years ago, after a few turbulent relationships, that it's really easy to get into turbulent relationships whenever a lot of the married people, a lot of your the people you looked up to as a kid didn't have very great relationships, and you didn't really have a good example of what love should look like. And I wrote this song about overcoming those patterns and finding the man that will treat me right and love me like I'm supposed to be loved. And I think that I love you too. Thank you. And this is a new one. It's called Lonely Tonight. Surrounded by marriages that I don't think should work out, so I jump ship at the first sign. That's how we're gonna turn out. It's been this way my whole life, that's why I'm all alone, and I tell everybody I'm happy on my own. But everybody needs somebody. God bless. somebody, and he'll hang his head and make his way home to me. And he don't want 10 years, he wants to spend the rest of his life making sure that I'm not lonely tonight. Not lonely tonight. Not lonely Thank you so much. When I was 18 years old, I decided that I was going to play music, and there ain't a whole lot of music in West Texas. I drove up to Tulsa, and, oh gosh, I don't want to pop this and hurt y'all's ears. Okay, there we go. I drove up to Tulsa, and I decided that I was going to have a music career, and it was very short-lived. I didn't know what I was doing, and I came back home pretty shortly, but I did write this song on the way up there because I come from a very blue-collar family. My dad was in the oil field, and then my mom was a nurse. And out in West Texas, you know, there is just not a lot of people that go and play music for a living. And my parents wanted me to do something else. They really wanted me to go to college, and they really wanted me to, you know, have a career, something 9 to 5, something like that. And I wrote this song on my way back from Tulsa because I knew that I was never going to have a 9 to 5, and I knew I probably wouldn't go back to college. And I really, really wanted to play music. And I wrote this for my mom, telling her that no matter what I did in life, I was going to make her proud, and I was going to do my best at it. And I wrote this song. It's called Dear Mama. Mama prayed that I'd love Jesus. She knew I'd need to be saved. I have been so since I was younger. I have been so until this day. And Mama prayed I'd find a good man, one to love and one to hold. I need a man just like my father, but I've never been much for doing what I'm told. 'Cause I fell in love with the bright lights at only 17. I was born to be a dreamer, just living on a dream. And I'm sorry I'm not who you wanted me to be. Oh, but Mama, I'm gonna make you proud of me. Daddy said I ain't putting up with this no more. I pray you go to college, I pray that you do